Let's look at the work for today. This is work you should be able to get done in class today. Email me if you're behind on it. Some of you, I'll need to have you email me before you begin. There's no poet assigned to you. If you didn't have your work done this morning, it can still be done before class and get full credit, but you need to make sure that you are doing the right poet. You can't do the same poet someone else from class is doing. So if you don't know who your poet is, check Google Classroom. If there's nothing there, if I didn't comment who your choice, your selection is, then you need to email me and we'll make that process, we'll get that done before you get to work on this document here. Now, remember, we're working through poetry. We want to find you a poet that you like. If you've been conscientious about it, we'll get you a poet that you like. Read 2 poems by that poet, all right? Maybe you go to poets.org, poetryfoundation.org, or Google. Any of those with the poet's name in the search bar will give you a list of their poems. And then just look through those poems for one that's a reasonable size. Don't try to pick one that's way too big. It's going to take you forever to read. And then take a look at opening up those documents and reading the poems, okay? For each poem that you read, we're not doing a full set of notes today, but I want you to read them and fill in this table. So if I pick a poem, I got the same poet's name in both tables. I got a different title for each poem that I read. Tell me why you chose the poem. An example could be as simple as, the poem was short, period. That's one sentence. My seconds could be, I liked the topic. Be specific about that topic, but that would be your second sentence. Or, I thought it was a cool story. That's your second sentence. Get 2 sentences, get full credit there. Okay? Quote of the best line. Find a line you like in the poem, type it here for me. Quote of a confusing line. Even if you think you understand every word of the poem, go to some place where there's a word that was a little trickier, a phrase that surprised you, or the poem changes directions or stops making sense until you read on, and put that line, that quote here. And then the poet's purpose, just like you did last week with your Yeats poetry, take a stab at the poet wrote the poem about a topic for some significance. Make sure this sentence is shaped properly. That's going to give you a head start on the work that you do tomorrow and the rest of the week in class to get credit on this poetry research and also to get to know your poet well enough for a good presentation. I'll be in touch with you through the course of the day to make sure things are going smoothly, but it's your job to reach out to me if you hit a snag, because there's a lot of you and I can't see everybody while they work. You would raise your hand in class to get help. Our version of that now is send me an email to get help. Most of you guys are very good about that. That should happen today on the email side if you need me, because I'm happy to help you get this work done well and move to the next step of the process. Talk to you soon.